everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna be posting something different for today, or rather tonight. I usually talk about journals or my faith on this channel, but I'm gonna switch gears a little bit tonight. So I'm gonna talk about a couple dreams I had within the past few weeks. So this first dream was on April 15th of this year, about a month ago, and I was outside I on the side of the road, and it was I don't want to say it was a highway, but it was like a busy strip of a street, like kind of like a main road of a town, so to speak. And I heard some kind of commotion, and um this lady, she was like crying and fussing. I don't know what was going on, and there were people crowding around her. I guess maybe trying to calm her down, maybe to find out why she was so upset. I don't remember approaching her and asking her what was going on. But the scene changed to a house. I guess it must have been the house. I was living in this house, but not the house that I have in my waking life. I just want to reiterate that. Um, and inside the house, there were piles of black snakes. I have no idea what kind of snakes they were. I don't know whether they were venomous or non venomous. I have no idea. I do remember being in the garage, and my car was parked in the garage. It was parked on the left hand side. And I had opened the back uh, door, the door that's behind the driver's side. And there was a pile of snakes there. I don't even know how many there were, but I did notice a gray snake, and the gray snake rose up, looked right at me, and I grabbed the snake by the neck area, by the throat, and I throttled the snake until the snake calmed down. And right before the snake was like hissing at me, I think the snake wanted to attack me, and I think that's what made me grab hold of the snake at the throat and like squeeze it until the snake calmed down, and I put it back down. I don't think I killed the snake. I probably just like injured the snake in this dream, and then that dream ended. Um, it really caught my attention. It really made me feel like I was on pins and needles when it comes to this dream because well, I generally don't dream about snakes. I don't ever recall ever having a dream about snakes. If I did, it wasn't to that extreme. And it could be maybe that God was warning me of something or somebody, maybe both. I don't really know. Um and I just like to say I can't figure out why I had this dream, but I try not to think about it so much in terms of why. Um Sometimes I reflect on the dream and be like, "Oh, that's interesting," that type of thing. So, fast forward to a couple nights ago. I had a dream that I was at work. I was, because I work at a store. So I was by the entryway, where people come in and out. And I think I was dealing with carts or just there, whatever it was. I don't remember exactly what it was. But in the dream, my ex best friend, um, approached me and she asked me why I took her off Facebook, which in my waking life I did a few months ago. Um, but there was something like really uncanny about how she asked me and how she approached me. Um, Normally in a case like this, people would be like frazzled, they would be offended, they would be like, "Ah, gee, why did you do that?" That type of thing. But in my dream, she didn't approach me like from an angry space or anything like that. It was more like she asked me out of curiosity, which personally I find that rather very ironic because knowing my ex best friend, you could say the slightest thing and she would be like all worry about it in an angry time kind of way. Or do the slightest thing and she would get mad at you. And in the dream, that didn't happen. And I said to her, I called her by name. I said to her, this is neither the time or the place to discuss this right now. I'm at work. And then the dream ended. Um, I don't know whether she is actually curious as to why I took her off Facebook. To me, I don't, quite frankly, I really don't care. Because she's the one who neglected the friendship with me to begin with. And I don't like to look back on certain parts of my life, especially if they're very hurtful to me, if they seemingly come out of the blue like that. I mean, like I don't hate her for anything. I don't hate on her for anything. I don't hate on anybody. I don't like the fact that she pulled away and she string me along for so many years until I'm the one who decided to cut ties. How she really feels about that, I really don't know. Because she and I never actually sat down and had a legit conversation about that. I did a while back ask her if I did anything wrong in terms of why she pulled away. She said no. But she never elaborated as to why she did so. I was hurt for a while. I journaled like crazy about it in my current journal and my previous journal as well. And like as far as I know, all that stuff is water under the bridge. And I don't want to revisit things from the past, but I think what I'm going to do when it comes to journaling, I'm going to be um writing a lot about what took place in my life and how it made me feel, because a lot of the stuff that happened to me I bottled up for a long time. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I bottled up a lot of stuff for a long time. And sometimes when I want to dress it, even in writing, I can't find the words to express it because it's so like deeply buried within me. But anyway, anyhow, back to these two dreams that I have. I find them to be rather intriguing. With the snakes dream, I don't want to say that I was scared of that dream, but it really set off alarm bells for me because now, like, maybe not now, but before I was wondering, okay, is God warning me about something? Is he trying to call something to my attention? I'm a firm believer that God speaks to us through dreams. Whether we believe in God or not, whether we believe that or about God or not, he speaks to us in dreams. And that's in the Bible several times. And I don't believe in signs and symbols. To me, that's occult nonsense. I don't believe in that stuff. I don't believe that if you have a dream, this and another thing will happen. I do believe that God warns people through dreams. Now, I'm feeling like he quite possibly is warning me about something. He's he's calling my attention to something. He wants me to pay attention to something. What is that something? I have no idea. I have no idea. It could be in connection with my ex-best friend. Maybe it's a totally different issue. I have no clue. That's something I'm going to have to pray about a little bit more. Now, going to the second dream, I thought the dream itself was kind of ironic. Because, first of all, I didn't expect to dream about my ex-best friend. I didn't expect, um, to have that kind of encounter with her in a dream, but yet I did. And, like her overall demeanor about why she asked me why I took her off Facebook, I don't want to say it caught me off guard, but it really caught my attention, is a good way to put it. Because like I said before, like, in waking life, if she were to ask me, she would probably be, like, offended or mad or upset or whatever. And she wouldn't be so shy to hide it. Let's just put it that way. Now, in the dream, it's like the opposite of that took place. It was more like she was curious. But I think I was a little bit annoyed and perturbed by her, and that's why I responded to her the way I did. I wasn't angry that she asked me, but I was angry that, like, maybe not angry, but I was kind of like annoyed in the dream that like, she would bother me with this while I'm at work. Like, I wanted to say to her, can you just pick a better time to address this thing with me? Like, why would you come to me at work and ask me such a question? But I'm glad this thing was just a dream. Luckily it didn't happen in real life. So those are my two dreams I wanted to chat with you about. And, um, yeah, I'm gonna be posting more videos in the future. And I really want to get into posting about different topics, different experiences, my thoughts, feelings, and emotions about certain things in life, particularly my life, um, and also more faith-based videos. And I also want to post a little more often. I don't know if I could post every day. I'm not promising you anything, but this year I've been really sporadic with posting in comparison to previous times. I'm not saying that's a good or a bad thing, it is what it is. But I want to post more often. And I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you guys have a great night. God bless. Bye.